Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello, all.
All right, so we thought we would see the end of the streaming services, but I guess NBC didn't get the memo or the clue because NBC has decided to do their own streaming service by bringing back a revival of Saved by the Bell, with the original cast, I guess, is playing whatever, and new kids. And they're also doing a sequel, Battlestar Galactica, not a prequel, not a reboot, a sequel.
From the 70 movie, from the 70s?
No, from the last one. The last incarnation of it.
Okay.
So, like, here's the thing. When these companies make decisions to do streaming service, do they realize that, like, people are not going to buy your streaming service because it's by the bell? And like, you need a lot of content.
Yeah.
Like, a lot. Not too.
And we're saying new content.
Yeah.
If all you're doing is going to start off with 2 new things just to draw people in, then don't even bother. Wait.
I mean, I like Saved by the Bell. Would I pay for it? No.
No.
Sorry.
I wouldn't.
No. Not really.
It's stupid. I mean, not the series, but stupid to have a damn streaming service when you know the lion's share. I shouldn't say the lion's share. The majority of what they're going to have on there is going to be reruns, which you could catch on MeTV.
Yeah.
Or you could buy a DVD, Blu-ray stuff on.
I mean, we predicted this years ago. We said that they're going to start getting antsy. They're like, oh, what if you pay for Walking Dead? What if you pay for this show? What if you pay for that show? And sure enough, we were right. They want us to pay for Saved by the Bell and Battlestar Galactica, and they want us to no, not really, no.
Yeah, no. Like I said, I've got 2 streaming
services, thanks.
Netflix and Amazon Prime.
Right, I got Amazon Prime right now, and I'm probably gonna go like back and forth. You know, we pick one.
Like I said, I've got Prime. I got Amazon Prime basically because of my Kindle over there. So that I didn't even anticipate doing it for, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I just had this fear. I had this fear that it just like the internet bubble that popped during the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. Streaming services, they're going to have their day.
That's going to be over. Yeah.
Yeah. Because people are not going to pay. Granted, they may say, oh, it's only, what, $5 a month? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's $5 to get you in. Folks.
Right.
That's just the cover charge. X miles down the road, it's going to be, oh, look, now you're going to have to pay XYZ. It's like, that's what they do. I mean, that's exactly what it is. That's just a newcomer cost. So
looks like they are bringing back Hogan's Heroes. It's getting a sequel series
on NBC as well, or
Village Roadshow Entertainment Group and Rough Pictures will produce, while Danny McBride, David Gordon Green and Jody Hill will executive produce. The new single camera action adventure comedy series will set in present day and focus on the descendants of the original heroes.
Oh, forget it.
Who are now scattered around the world and must team up for a global treasure hunt.
Oh, forget it.
What in the fuck?
If you're gonna make a deal about Hogan's Heroes, then freaking make it during that time period. But don't do it like the last race or whatever.
Like, how could you make this?
I mean,
okay,
that's all that is.
Here's another thing that I joked about in the past, and I says, watch Stallone try to bring back Cobra and Tango and Cash. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. In fact, he contacted Kurt Russell, and Kurt Russell thought he was out of his. I'm not going to say because I don't want to get demonetized again, But
he's out of his
right,
mind.
like I mean, okay, let's see exactly what Kurt Russell said about that one because this is amusing. I don't know what's going on in the heads there, but so Stallone said speaking to Fandango to promote the film, I guess his Rambo movie, he revealed
Yeah.
that two more of his famed original characters could be making a comeback soon. Asked what other memorable roles he'd like to reprise, he tells the outlet that one is already on the comeback path. I'm talking with Robert Rodriguez right now about Cobra, which looks like that could happen. He adds that said project would be done as a series, and Rodriguez has control.
Boo.
It's basically his baby now. Cobra opened in 1986 and followed a tough guy, Marion Cobretti, who tries to protect the only surviving witness of a bloodthirsty cult. The other he'd like to revisit, Ray Tango from 1989 buddy cop action comedy Tango and Cash, saying he would reprise the role in a second. However, he goes on to say, I know with Kurt Russell, it's not about a caper. It's just us doing our thing. But wait a minute. However, he suggests Russell needs some more convincing. Stallone brought it up with Russell, who told him, I don't know, Sly. We were in our prime, and now we're in our unprime. I don't know. So Stallone said, I'm telling you, you got to go in on this. To which Russell responded, I'll talk to you when I get back.
An interesting thing about Cobra is when they were considering him for the role of Beverly Hills Cop, that was Stallone was trying to do a little. I think it was Stallone. Yeah, I was trying to do a little rewrite on the Beverly Hills Cop movie. Cobra
Stallone was part of the Beverly Hills Cop movie? No.
Yeah, he was one of the people considered for Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh,
yeah.
Originally, okay.
Yeah, originally. He when he tried to rewrite it, the script that you see with Cobra was the script in which would have came out if they had gone with Stallone's idea.
I don't even remember Cobra. Like briefly.
I remember vague. I
just remember him wearing the glasses. Like I didn't,
I think I saw that. I know I didn't see it in the cinemas. Tango and Cash I didn't see in the cinemas, so I had to have seen it on our HBO.
Why don't he do like a thing, like a comedy movie where like him and his friends are in an old age home and shit, and they're tired of getting like with the orderlies and stuff, and they just take them out. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm joking around, but like how many? Why don't he just bring back Over the Top? Or like when he did the turn that camera.
No.
What? Is that the only one he's not going to bring back? We turn the hat around and then he's going to win? Like, is that what it is? No?
Oh, God.
Is that would that be a lot of work?
Good Lord. They had so much promotional crap about that movie.
I know, but let me ask you a question, right? What would be like what kind of like physical labor would have to be? Just using arm wrestling, right? So like at his age.
Come on. It turned into thumb wrestling today.
Yeah. God, what kind of news did we have while I was away?
Well, they've got the Last Starfighter thing being written, so
yeah, but who's in it? They're not it. Nobody's in it. There's new people, right? I mean, obviously.
I don't know. I saw that before I checked out for work, so I didn't get a chance to really read it.
Like some people don't even remember what it is.
God, every damn time I switched on before we had the cable that we do now.
Yeah.
I remember I was switching through HBO, and anytime that movie was on, I stopped and watched it. Or even if I knew it was going to be on, I made sure I stayed through and watched it.
Right.
But that was like that's like actually one of my go-to movies.
Oh my God, what the hell happened to my contact list? What the hell? What is up with Facebook lately? Where are all my people? Like, what the hell?
I haven't even had a chance to look at what my contacts are.
All the people I don't talk to is on my. I don't understand what. Where is Facebook? You really got to get your stuff together, man. Facebook is just wrecked. I don't know what they're doing. Jesus. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to do something different where all the people you don't talk to now are at the top of your list and the people you do talk to are off. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Where's my people? Like, where is everybody?
I hardly even look at my contact list anyway. But anytime I put something down, I want to tag somebody. I put their name down. They get tagged. If they don't,
I don't know what.
I message them saying, hey, I tried to tag you, but Facebook's being stupid.
I'm not liking Facebook lately, and I'm not liking Zoom lately, and I'm not liking YouTube lately, because like the YouTube is the beta sucks. Yeah, flag this too. Okay, I don't care. Whoa.
Yeah. The problem I'm having is I'll switch. I'll go in, and I notice I'm back to beta again. I'm thinking, why am I back to beta when I switch back to the original? So every time I go into do anything, I got to switch it back again.
I hate beta because again, it's incomplete to me. But
because I like looking at my list and this and the way it looks now.
Oh, I don't like the way YouTube's abbreviating my subscribers too. That's like terrible. I definitely don't care for that. So I work tonight. I'm kind of like tired, but we're doing casts. Gonna try to tomorrow I'm off. I'm gonna try to get everything caught up with us, what to do with casts and stuff, with different things, interact with people, whatever. The thing with the Doctor Who stuff, we'll do some casts tomorrow, I'm sure. But it just for the life of me, I don't understand like why everybody's so the way they are. This is nothing new from it's just I'm gonna leave it at that. I heard Chris was talking to me about them wanting Will Smith as Professor X and Denzel Washington as Magneto. And I'm like, you're out of your effing mind, like Disney. You lost it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you do that.
Because granted, they were based on Malcolm X and Martin Luther King.
It's just
but that's going too far.
You really like. I mean, I'm sick and tired of the race swapping. Like, no, okay, but you know what? They're gonna let them. You know what? I can't. There's gonna be a time when they're gonna f up a movie. It's coming, Marvel, and they're gonna be like, "What happened?" Like with Disney.
That's how I feel about the Batwoman series. This is how I stated it. This is how I summed it up. Is that it'll be lucky to get 2 seasons. This will be their first fail, basically, Batwoman.
So woke, it's insane.
Yeah, this is what I'm going to say. This is how I say it's going to do. Dark Shadows. That's what it was.
Well, that I want to see. Dark Shadows.
That I definitely want to see. Yeah, I said, watch this happen. Dark Shadows will take Batwoman's place while it's on hiatus. And they'll make it sound like, we've got to do some rewrites here and there. And then the first sacrifice will be the gal who plays Batwoman.
Right.
And then at some point in time, during Dark Shadows' first season, they'll come out and say, well, I guess we won't be able to bring back Batwoman. It's on permanent hiatus. And then at some time, people just totally forget about it.
Right.
Because it is. I see Batwoman being their first poor series.
It's not appealing at all. I don't even know what like I'm not interested in it.
It's not.
It's definitely not. So
it's gonna be the first sacrifice, the first bad series.
I'm trying to get this to work first. Hold on a second. I'm trying to. Okay. I'm gonna get into this now. Okay, so the other day, me and Scott did a everything show. And I was having a discussion about how the comic book writers, when they create characters, they should get royalties and they're left
Yeah.
in the cold. And I was talking about Spider-Verse. And then David Blythe steps in. And again, I want to let the people understand this. David Blythe talks to me on Facebook Messenger. Many times in the live casts, we've talked about the Spider-Man animated series.
Yeah.
We're aware, after me seeing it a million effing times, that there are alternate reality Spider-Men. Okay? But the thing that everybody doesn't know is that David Blythe doesn't like Dan Slott. So, and David Blythe is not being completely honest with the audience when he's making comments, because he tries to come in here and make it like he's educating people like us, like we're stupid. And it doesn't say that. We've talked about this many of times. We've talked about the Spider-Man animated series. So I'm gonna, and I basically had to do what I had to do before. And I'm gonna reiterate basically. David Blythe made a comment that Dan Slott did not create the concept of Spider-Verse. John Semper Jr. did when he was writing the '90s Spider-Man animated series. And I'm telling Scott, and I'm telling my subscribers, and I'm telling the whole YouTube world that David Blythe is once again wrong, because David Blythe neglected to mention that there is a comic, maybe he's not aware that it exists, called What If, where they've had since the 70s alternate reality Spider-Man.
They'll be making a big screen version of it, technically.
There was alternate reality Spider-Mans before Spider-Man animated series. And I love Spider-Man animated series, but I guess David Blythe's not a comic book fan, because obviously he neglected to mention that, no, John Sempler Jr. did not create the concept of Spider-Verse. It was Marvel Comics' What If comic that had, what if Spider-Man saved Gwen Stacy? What if Spider-Man didn't become a crime fighter? What if Spider-Man joined the Fantastic Four to the Fantastic Five? There is so many different alternate reality Spider-Men that happened. So, and again, the main thing is the Spider-Man comic, and then there's the animated series or different cartoons or whatever you want to call it that basically do stories from the comics. And no, John Semper Jr. did not create the concept of Spider-Man.
The only thing the animated series created was Firestar, basically. Just like just like
Spider-Man and his Amazing Friends.
Amazing Friends did that. I know.
Firestar.
I know. Yeah, it created Firestar.
Right.
Just like Batman in the animated series gave Harley.
And then she was a character. Okay, but we're getting off topic. So again, he doesn't like Dan Slott. That's too bad. But don't lie to the don't lie to the public, and don't try and make it like you know what you're talking about. And I know he has a habit of doing it, and I have to give him his own medicine, because he does it many a times that he strikes a nerve in this community with a lot of people, and he's been blocked by a lot of people. I haven't blocked him yet, but I'm going to tell you that me reading thousands and thousands and thousands of comics and growing up on Spider-Man and being a huge effing Spider-Man fan, to be insulted like that, I take it personally. So I had to rip him a little bit and prove how wrong he was. So again, I suggested David Blythe to basically pick up a comic called What If, look up all the numbers, there's a whole bunch out there, and know that guy didn't do shit with that. As much as I love animated series. Now, as far as Dan Slott goes, Dan Slott is the creator of Spider-Verse, in case you didn't know. And I know he don't like that, but it's too bad. And we had Moreland, and we know the whole story. So Dan Slott, and again, why hate on Dan Slott when Dan Slott is the longest running Spider-Man writer in history, really? Like, why would you? You know, I mean, I don't agree with him with everything with him, but you got to give respect. Respect is due.
Yeah.
And basically, if Dan Slott didn't do stuff with the Spider-Verse, they wouldn't be having Into the Spider-Verse movie, because one, it's by name, and two, it's by situation too. So yeah, Dan Slott is responsible for all that. Even the video game, even Shattered Dimensions, even all that stuff. So and PS4 game right now, he co-wrote. So give a little respect to the Slott, Dan Slott. Whether you like him or you don't like him, you got to give him respect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So again, there's that. And again, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, David Blythe. Okay, I'm a dick sometimes, and I know, but it's fine. But okay, but anyway, on that note, okay, so I'm thinking, Scott, I'm gonna run this by you. I think what we're gonna do is I think we're going to invite a whole bunch of people who've never been on the Real Hoopings cast before.
That's what I've been waiting for.
I think we're going to invite the people from the Twitter world. And they're going to be guests. And I think I want to have them on because I want to hear in a cast them tell me why they think I'm full of shit or they don't believe. I'm not going to fight anybody. I just want to
tell them that
I want it
where the mouth is.
Right. I want to get a handle of what goes on with the mindset of making bold statements like that. And then one of the people that I said I was totally flat out wrong and there's not a special, then all of a sudden says it's special, and then there's not even so much of an acknowledgement. But
cover one's ass.
Let's lose the egos, honestly.
Yeah.
Maybe things will be good. But I want people to come in. And again, why wouldn't you want to pop in? Have fun in here. A lot of people have fun in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. David Blythe says, I had this coming, ROFL. I hope we can consider this settled. I made an error. You've made your point. Yes, sir, it is settled. Checkmate. Okay. All right.
Now you understand, folks, if you see Joe with a cast on tomorrow, it was because he was patting his back.
Right, too much, yeah. Philip was asking me, he's like, why do you have to be this way? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, when you're right. And I says, well, because people are adamant about saying how wrong I am. And see, I think of a different wavelength. When someone makes like 50, I'm just hypothetically speaking, someone makes 50 tweets about how I'm probably wrong, and makes tons of videos. In my mind, it works differently than yours, right? Everybody else. But when it's proven that I'm right, I'm expecting 50 videos of praise and 50 tweets.
You will get it.
Right. And when I don't get it, I don't like
get like 3 words at the end of someplace.
I am not about if they make a mistake in the newspaper and they're like, oops, we made a mistake. This guy, Doyle Barnos, didn't kill this person. Sorry. Yeah. And they'll put it like a little. Yep. So that person's life is destroyed, right? Because a little footnote, they don't make it a same size article. They should. They should make a same size article. We effed up, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm expecting, like, the amount of time and energy and effort you put into hating on me and saying I'm wrong. Naturally, I expect to have the same amount of tweets and videos and stuff that you put to say how right I am. And I don't think that's a wrong thing. Because for you to go overboard like that, and then I hear one little thing, oh yeah, Matrixlord's right, sorry. That doesn't count to me. Because again, you spend so much time and effort to try to ruin me. And then it's like it's missed the apology. You know? Yeah. So, and I do like when I'm right. I do. You know, and I don't make videos to bullshit, like honestly. So we have fun in here, I think. Right?
We do.
So I was thinking about this thing, strength, like we'll do like a little story arc for the River Wings cast called Strength in Numbers.
Yeah.
Where I get my gang, yo, get our group, fill this cast up with like 12 freaking
Yeah.
photos of people's freaking avatars and stuff. Show you how powerful the Rehovians cast really is. Cause some damage in the moving community. When you start doing that big cast, Scott. Forget about the little cast. Like right now, I'm talking huge mother cast. You're like, oh, he's got an army. That's right. So, anyway.
I don't know why Zoom crashed that day.
Right. Yeah, that happened one day. There was this back in the day when we would like do these crazy. There was that war going on, right? And I did this freaking Google Hangout. First time ever the Google Hangout. Like shut it down. That was funny.
Oh, damn.
I remember that day too. I remember. All right. So what else is going on? Who is up? Who's around? It's Wednesday morning, right? Like wee hours in the morning. Facebook, could you like really like? Here's the thing. Maybe I depend on Facebook too much because on the side I'm used to seeing my peeps. It'll be Scott on the top and Vaughn and Chris and Connor and now I got people I never talk to. Like, what is going on here? When did this happen?
Okay, it doesn't look. It might be you because I'm looking at mine.
It might be. It might be.
Yeah, because
I don't know what's happening. I don't know why it's like that. Oh, you just showed up. Okay. Let's see who's up. Who's around? Oh, we do have to do real movements. I see. Is Connor around? See Connor around. Where is everybody? It's not. All right. All right. So I think we're going to get out of here. And we'll be back. Take care. Bye for now.